face to face. That's Jake Paul, that's Tyron Woodley, I'm Ariel Helwani. Of course, we're here for the mega event this Sunday night, available globally via Showtime pay-per-view. Shout out to the good folks over at Barstool Sportsbook.
I'm hurt, Ariel.
Do you think he respects you as a fighter?
I don't think he does. I think he has underestimated me. I think deep down he knows what's coming, but he doesn't want to face that. And he's trying to convince himself, oh, this kid's not that good, this kid's not that good, but he knows. Deep down, his coaches know. GT knows. He knows what I'm made of, and I think he knows what's coming. 2 days from now, I see it. You're afraid. Your back's up against the wall. You're like a dog in a cage, scared, lashing out like you did yesterday. Emotion. You're trying to pull it together, but you've never been on this big of a stage at all. The pressure's cracking you. So I think, to answer your question, he doesn't respect me. But I think deep down, he knows that he has to respect me. That's where the confusion comes from. You're gonna see that on Sunday when he gets hit with that first jab. He's gonna break him.
I couldn't even interrupt. He practiced that fucking monologue all morning. He had it down to a T. He had his emotions in there. He had his little segues. So I wanted to let him get that off. He's using his acting chops. But at the end of the day, I really don't have anything to say about it. I'm here to fight. I already said what I need to say.
You're here to fight.
Let me finish.
Hopefully.
Let a man talk. Child, quiet, silence. So at the end of the day, what he's saying is malarkey. Everything he's saying is stage, is practice, is rehearsed. He's been in the mirror. This is all a game to him. It's a bucket list that if he happens to do it, ooh, I did it. No, this ain't a game to me. When you call this a career, dude, don't ever fucking refer to what you've done so far as a career. It's disrespect to every motherfucker that's put in real work, real time, 16, 17 years in the pain of a career. That's what this is. So do I respect him? I respect anybody that's on the dotted line. Everybody got a chance to land a lucky one. So I've trained as if I'm fighting the very best, the most elite, and I'm prepared to walk in there against anybody. So I really don't have much to say. Like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Well, I'm curious. He said you've never been on a stage like this before. You fought at Madison Square Garden.
I let that happen because it was just such a dope ass. I gotta give you a props. That was a dope ass monologue. I mean, if I was watching a movie and somebody was doing that shit, then I'm like, damn, it's kind of creepy. Oh, he's a bad guy. Oh, he's a heel.
So when you sit here and you have fought at MSG and you have fought Robbie Lawler and Wonderboy Thompson and all these legends, Darren Till, et cetera, and you see Jake Paul with 3 pro fights say this about you, what goes on in your body? What's going on in your mind when you're listening to this?
I mean, the same thing that everybody else hears when they hear it. You can look. I mean, if you have any access to any smart device, internet, you can go and Google it. You can look it up. You can do a search for it. So
search for what?
It doesn't greatness. Greatness. You won't find your name near that.
Near greatness.
So at the end of the day,
is that why this is the biggest payday of your life?
At the end of the
that I
day,
gave you?
At the end of the day, what I think is it's an act, and people before allowed that to get to them, get underneath their skin, and really take them off focus and really take it lightly. And I just chose not to partake in it. I didn't watch all the social media malarkey and going back and forth with the fucking memes and all that. He's a child. And sometimes a child got to get their ass spanked and learn a lesson. And that's what's going to happen on Sunday.
Jake, you said you chose Tyron as your next opponent.
Yeah, his nickname is the Chosen One.
Right. Why did you choose him?
He's the perfect body to add content to my highlight reel. He fits the part. He's buff. He's got the belts, the name, the pay-per-view sellability. You know, he acts like a gangster. You know, when shit goes down, he creates altercations.
I create altercations?
Are you referring to yesterday? Thursday, press conference?
That is one thing I'm referring to, yeah.
But couldn't someone say that that was as a result of things said by your team? How did he create that?
I think he created by saying he was going to beat someone up on my team.
Did things change after Thursday? Did it become more personal? Your mom got involved.
It was already personal when he signed the dotted line.
Why was it personal?
I was already on 100 from jump. It was nothing that could have happened yesterday.
Is it because I knocked out your friend?
No, it's because you signed a contract.
So you didn't care that I knocked knocked
in your
out your
mind,
friend?
in your mind, you thought. Once again,
You didn't care that I knocked
doesn't
out your
bother
friend?
me. He tries. My mind is a fucking fortress, bro. I don't let words and I don't let emotions get involved with me. Yeah.
So what happened in the last couple of fights you had?
What happened to your last couple fights? What happened to the last couple world titles you fought? What happened to the last couple greatest you fought?
I'm 4-0 and 4
You fought against a
KOs.
YouTuber, a basketball player,
Look at
and
that.
my dog Ben Askren, who's not even really
Look at
technically
that.
known for striking, that was retired.
Got
Am
you
I right or wrong?
stumbling. Got you stumbling. Got you heated there, didn't
I had you stumbling the whole time,
Huh?
stuttering the whole time, unsure the whole time.
Why are you so mad right now?
I'm not mad. I'm really just wanting to get this shit over with so I can go and fucking eat some food and lay down and watch some Netflix. To be honest.
You said recently that, you know, you put out this picture and you're like, look what I was doing 5 years ago, look what he was doing 5 years ago. He was winning UFC welterweight title. I was in high school or maybe just out of high school.
Middle school.
Is it surreal for you to be sitting in front of arguably
One of your idols? Somebody you
One of
played
the
on a
best-
UFC video game?
Never
Somebody
played
you was
that
a
game.
fan of? I got receipts and
Go
videos.
off, daddy.
I got receipts and
Tell us
videos
all.
of you being
Brag,
a fan.
daddy. Brag. Yep. Is that it? Where are the rest of your accolades?
I don't need accolades.
Because none of that.
I'm certified.
None of that's helping you today.
I'm
'cause
certified.
Bro.
You did all of those
Jake
things,
Paul
but
is
still ended
so-
up broke somehow.
He's trying so hard.
This dude hilarious.
Is
Thank
it
you.
surreal for you to be fighting
Appreciate
a guy?
that.
a
Is
legend?
it surreal for you to be fighting me?
Not at all.
How's it feel?
You're a speed bump.
How's it feel?
Feels like, when you're in a car
Speed is what you're
And
gonna
you go
see.
over a
Bumps
speed
is
bump.
what you're gonna have when you leave out of the
and you go over a
ring.
speed bump, that's how it feels. It's like, oh, that was definitely a speed bump.
You're gonna see speed.
I had to slow down to go over that bump, but
Speaking of bumps,
went right over it.
those little bumps you had on your face kind of alarmed me. You wouldn't be having to taking PEDs, are you?
Listen, if you want to build in excuses right now,
No, I'm just
go
asking.
ahead.
Because I was just wondering. I
Go
looked at
ahead.
your face. It looked kind of serious. You had some rage and you acting all unorthodox. Those are signs of the PEDs.
I'm enraged. I'm not enraged at all.
You're trying not to act
Are you taking
enraged, but
PEDs?
No, sir.
Not at all. Okay.
No, sir. We're getting drug tested.
You got
aren't we?
a couple people in your camp that you might want to evaluate. See how solid they are.
Aren't we getting drug tested? Or are we not?
People have accused you of that in the past.
Yeah, I think they're building in excuses. I love it. I look
I don't
at it
need
as
excuses.
a compliment.
I beat a lot of people on steroids, so I take it as flattering that you feel like you got to take an extra supplement to raise your level to where I'm at.
Do you
That's
think
what
he's
I
on
feel like.
PEDs?
I don't care. You can be on horse tranquilizer steroids. You can get a whole new body from Walmart. You still getting slept.
Speaking of accusations, after the Askren fight, a lot of people, including UFC President Dana White, insinuated he took a dive. And now people are saying, oh, is Tyron going to take a dive? Is
He
he going
didn't
to
take a dive. He got hit with a fucking punch.
insinuated? I don't believe it,
No,
but it
he
has
got-
been said.
He got hit. I
which
couldn't
is
even
very-
really see it. I was behind the upright. But yeah, he got hit with a punch. He didn't take a dive. And no fighter takes dives. That's the silliest thing. Like, maybe back in the 1920s. But what person gonna say, okay, I'm gonna let you hit me with a punch and knock me unconscious for money? I'm not.
Well, that's what you're doing.
Do you think he's
You're-
So you're saying I'm
you're-
taking a dive? You're
No.
paying me to lose?
No, I'm saying
Sounds
that
stupid,
you're going to
dude.
get hit
Listen
with
to
a
the
punch.
question. Am I taking
You're
a
going to
dive?
get hit with a punch
You're saying,
and go down to the canvas regardless.
oh my God.
You think he's going to look for a way out? People said
Sometimes
I
Askren.
think he's
feel
going to
like-
quit in the corner.
I feel like you make me like, you bring my IQ down when I sit across from him. Really.
He said
I
he
feel like I
thinks-
need to read a book when I leave here.
He said he thinks that you're going to quit in the corner. Have you ever quit in a corner before?
This dude is a joke.
Well, my reasoning behind that is
You have no reasoning. You have no experience. You have no career. This was
Okay.
a bucket list that you turned into a career, G.
so
be
you just
for
said I
real.
didn't have a career, then you just said there was a bucket list that I turned into a career. So
Yeah, that's-
which one is it?
It's the same shit. That's
Got
the
it.
same exact thing, G.
Got it. That made
Same
sense.
thing. You know how many dogs I walked out there where they got slept, cut, knocked out, disabled, legs cracked? Yeah, it's a part of our sport, G. Our sport.
Not if you want to
Part
be
of
the best.
our sport.
Not if you want
Part
to
of
be the
our
best.
sport. You're not included in that.
What sport is that?
Combat sports, real sports,
Oh,
action.
so I'm not included in that.
You're finna be included into a highlight reel.
Got it.
fire ass beat called Let's Go Big. Make sure y'all download that too.
You're
He
hey,
dropped that
how's
shit.
the
Let's Go
rapping?
Big. Me and OT Genesis. We
How's
went
the
crazy.
rapping going, by the way?
Going phenomenal. I got a phenomenal project. OT Genesis and I put out a track, Let's Go Big, today. Dropped. That shit's nuts. Make sure y'all go and download that.
40-year-old
We finna go
rapper.
deal.
40-year-old rapper.
Yeah. My biological age stops me from having experience of being rich, of being broke, of being the street guy, of being everything. Yeah, I can communicate. I can use artistry to talk.
Just sort of
What you're doing is, what are you wearing? It's
like-
embarrassing. It's
like
embarrassing.
you're
You got on
washed up.
5 necklaces. You ain't Nipsey Hussle.
It's like
How many
you're
people in your
washed up.
neighborhood dress like that?
Ain't he
You
from
act like
like
you're from
Ferguson though?
just
Ain't he
like
from
that.
like
You act
St.
like you're
Louis
from
or
the
something?
streets.
I'm from Ferguson, Missouri, the
Yeah.
murder capital of the world.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Tyron Woodley, the
Where are you
softest thing
from?
from Missouri.
Tyrone?
Where are you from?
Tyron Woodley, the softest
How many
thing
people in
from
your neighborhood
Missouri.
dress like that?
You're
Tell me.
so tough.
How many people were bust down
Let me ask
Cuban
you a
links?
question. Since you're
Answer
so
my
gangster,
question.
Since you're so
I'm from
gangster,
Ferguson. I answer. How many people in your neighborhood dress like you? How many rap videos have you watched? Exactly. Culture. That's what I am. I lived it. And rapping about my lifestyle. You a fucking
Yo.
joke. And you trying to vulture from it.
Since you're
And
so
come Sunday, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get hit with a whole bunch of culture. And your whole jawline gonna shift. That long jawline, probably from PEDs.
since you're
'Cause you
so
froze.
gangster, since you're so gangster,
I don't have to be gangster,
how come you
G.
didn't do shit yesterday?
I don't have to be gangster.
When
I don't
people
have
were
to be
insulting
gangster.
your mom.
I don't have to be gangster. You should check your dogs on that on the same token.
Well,
Women's,
Ferguson
Women's
sounds like-
Appreciation Day, but you allow your teammates
Ferguson
and your
sounds
cornermen
like
to
a
disrespect
pretty
somebody's
gangster
mom.
place. What do you
Miss
say?
Paul would never.
I'm from Ferguson,
Hey,
cuz.
Miss Paul would never hear a word out of my mouth. And if my
Ferguson, by
cornermen,
the
if
way?
my cornermen, my guys, my
Missouri?
coaches ever made mention to anything to your mom, I would have checked their ass on the spot.
Here's the thing.
That's the difference
but
between me and you. I'm
you keep
solid,
on saying,
you not.
You keep on saying
you like
you're gonna do a
diarrhea,
bunch
dog.
of
You
stuff.
real loose.
You-
You real loose. You a goofy.
You keep on saying you're gonna
You
do
a-
all this stuff, but you never
You
did
corny,
any.
dog. You corny. You a lame.
Why are you so mad?
I'm not. I'm
You're
just.
all
I'm
bent
just.
up.
I'm just telling you the truth. Nobody back there is selling it to you. They
Well,
walking
the
around
truth-
dancing and shit like a video. You corny, dog.
The truth
And
is,
you a whole corny, lame goofball.
truth is
and your
that-
niggas won't even tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
truth
I'm
is-
helping you out. Clear your circle out. Get some real ones around you. You see those dudes right over there?
you don't even have a team.
Let me do something crazy and watch what
You
them
don't
do.
even
They
have
gonna
a
pull
team.
me to the side and they gonna check me. I
And if
bet
you wanted
that.
to happen
I
again,
bet
you,
that.
You wouldn't do shit.
I
You
bet
said, I'm gonna
that.
shake this whole place up.
I
Then
bet
you
that,
just
and I
cried like a
will.
little girl.
Let it happen again. I bet you I will.
You just cried like a little girl.
Yeah, you can
said,
try.
"Oh, I'm
you can
gonna
try.
beat you up."
We can do the. We can build the fight. We can talk the shenanigans. You can say whatever. That don't bother me. But when you talk
seem
about real
bothered.
shit, we'll see what happens.
You seem bothered.
Yeah, I'm not bothered by it. I know what I need to know.
If you're a rapper, can I hear you freestyle?
Are you not in the driver's seat, my dog? You can't
I'm
hear
just
shit. You
asking
can
a
go
question.
download my song. Get on your phone, download it. Open up your phone right now. Open up your phone right now
You
and go to
have-
YouTube and look up Go Big and put it on the table and let's play it.
I'd rather not.
Today, Junior. Yeah.
But if you're a rapper,
All right,
I'd love
Ariel.
to hear you freestyle.
I know you like this, but you got some more
No.
questions?
Can you
By the way,
freestyle
shout out to
since
Billy
you're a rapper?
Madison. That was a Billy Madison reference right there.
today, Junior, like
Yeah. You have done a lot in terms of
So
bringing.
you can't freestyle for us?
I don't freestyle.
Oh
That's for
my-
free. I put my shit on wax.
Most rappers freestyle if they're actually about the shit.
Because you
This is
know
an
about- 'cause
opportunity
you
to show
study
the
it so
world your
well.
skill.
Because you study it so well. Got
This
your
is the-
dunk song, got your little
Thi-
drip gear.
This is your opportunity to show
You
the
study
world
it so well.
how skilled you are.
My opportunity to
as a
show the world
musician.
is dropping my fucking song that came
Your
out
mom
today.
fell asleep while you were in the studio.
Yeah. Let's go.
Your mom fell asleep while you were in the studio.
I would too
making
if it was
music.
5 or 6 in the morning. Sometimes that's where you create the most magic. What's the question you
Jake,
have? Or-
I'm curious. You brought a lot of attention to fighter
So
pay.
you were up at 5 to 6 a.m. while training for a fight, but you're at the studio instead of training?
You probably was playing Call of Duty or Fortnite. Playing grab ass with your
I have a
cheerleaders
venture,
back
I have a
there.
venture capital fund.
Making your pom poms.
I have a venture capital fund
And-
that we
and designing your
invest tens of
outfits.
millions of dollars.
Designing your outfits.
I do business in
Last
my
time
free
that came out, Beyonce, the Killer Bees. This time, I don't know what they're gonna do. Look like fucking
Let me
pumpkins.
ask you about fighter pay because you've done a lot in terms of bringing attention to fighter pay, not only in boxing but in MMA as well. On Wednesday, he was asked about this, and you referred to it as the fake Paul Fund, that you don't truly care about this sort of thing, that you're just putting on an act caring about fighter pay. Do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, ask any fighter on the card. This is all their biggest payday of their careers by far. Ask Amanda Serrano. Ask Charles Conwell. Ask Tyron Woodley.
Ask
you know,
these nuts.
Four times as big of a payday as he's ever gotten. So for him to go out and say that, it's, you know, It's a little disrespectful, but I get it, you know. He's just coming up with any insult he can as part of the game. However, I do really care. You know, I want to create a fighters union if possible. I've talked to Nikisa about it. You know, it's going to be really difficult to do. But if the fighters can create a union and all band together, we can all increase the pay. These young kids are getting locked up into contracts.
Well, yeah, but like you're not just
boxing
gonna get
promoter
fighters that are just like,
contracts.
oh yeah, let's come together, let's be cool.
cool.
No.
It seems genuine. You don't believe it?
I mean, I'm all about everybody getting a bag.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I know what it takes to get it done. And it's no unification. Fighters aren't unified. They aren't coming together. They're doing what me and him are doing.
Fighting.
So how the fuck, you think we gonna kumbaya after this? No, I'm gonna wanna beat your ass again. So how do we unionize?
Exactly.
It's a good effort if it's genuine, but I know what it takes to get it done. We've talked about this.
I think it shows how uneducated you are or delusional you are to go out and say that I don't care about fighter pay when I
don't
gave you
even
the
know
biggest
you, bro.
payday
I
of
don't
your
even
life.
care what you care about. All I know is you getting your ass whipped on
Well, you
Sunday.
should.
Why are we talking about that?
You should care about what I care about.
Why? I care about fighters.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I know everything about you.
That's fine, man. I'm an open book. Fuck. I don't hide shit.
How much do you expect to weigh on Sunday?
Shit. I don't know. I ain't thought about that yet.
This is a bigger weight class than you're used
Yeah,
to.
I'm so thankful, man.
How much do you expect to weigh on Sunday?
I will be weighing 190 pounds.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
The fight?
The weigh-in. I mean, how much?
No,
However,
like how much do you expect to gain between weighing?
Maybe 4 pounds.
That's it.
194 maybe.
Do you think you will have a considerable, you know, some people have said, oh, of course you want to fight Tyron Woodley. He's a welterweight. He's a 170 pounder. You're a 190. You can walk around at 200. Is that a fair criticism, or do you think that the weight will actually be equal?
The way I see him, like he got a big booty. Like that's part of the reason I wanted to fight him.
Oh,
He's thick. Like he's super thick. I wanted to grip them cheeks low key when I first saw them.
Oh, see?
So
See, bro, like it's not.
he
it's not
definitely
funny.
walks around at 200.
You see what I'm talking about?
What?
That makes a lot of sense.
You
Why
wanna know
he's
what's
flying
funny,
in
bro?
there
It's
like a
so
damn
hard to be
airplane.
You
funny.
wanna know what's
It's just
funny is
not.
that this was a face-to-face, but I asked them if we could do a butt-to-butt, but they didn't let that happen.
That's funny.
Do you think there'll be a size advantage on
He's taller.
Sunday?
He's taller, but I think he's about the same weight.
Okay. How do you feel about the height?
I fought a lot of tall guys. Nobody's ever been my height besides like Koscheck and one or two other guys. Everybody's been taller, so I mean, I feel like stat-wise, this fight is pretty even.
You know, there's not a lot of footage on you, Jake, because your fights end relatively quickly. There's a lot of footage on him, but in MMA. Did you even watch his MMA fights in preparation for this? Is there any point of that?
I watched a couple of minutes of it. I mainly let my coaches do that and depict, you know, how he fights. I saw a couple of things, you know, especially in his, you know, Gilbert Burns fight, how he went up against Kamaru. But, you know, there's not much there. There's really not. It's sort of the same shit. It's like run away, go up against the fence, try to push off the fence with the right hand, come over the top with the overhand right, and then follow it with a hook, put your head down, swing for the fences. He's a basic novice striker.
So when you watch him strike in an MMA fight, is there anything that impresses you? That's
Not one thing.
How about his striking? When you've seen him in there,
He watched a couple of minutes, but he just gave you a whole analysis.
Well,
you
that's
work
all
the
it
desk. You
takes.
know that's not fucking 2 minutes worth of shit.
Well, that's all it takes, right? If you would watch a fighter for 3 minutes, could you break him down or no?
I'm an expert, my G. Of course I can.
Okay.
I'm one of the best guys behind the desk.
Well, then, great.
course.
You're a self-proclaimed expert. So when I
I'm
beat
not.
you,
That's what I'm calling. I'm an analyst. I'm an expert analyst. That's
well, you
what
just
we do.
you just called yourself.
And I
an expert.
basically
So that
just told
means
you
you're a
that
self-proclaimed
I know as an
expert.
expert that it takes more than 2 or 3 minutes to say what you said.
Okay, so
About him, yeah, he got a good right hand.
right hand.
Good right hand.
What about the left?
I mean,
I've noticed him
I
talk.
ain't seen the left hand a lot, but I mean, it looked like he set up his right hand with a jab.
Earlier today, I spoke to his head trainer, BJ Flores, and he said that he thinks as the fight goes on longer, it's actually worse for you. I think conventional wisdom would be you've gone 25 minutes, so you'd
Yeah,
be more
bro, he
comfortable.
hasn't made it past
He
the-
thinks you're going to get really tired very
What was the
early
longest fight he
first
went,
round.
like?
Lunch, my dog.
Pretty sure he went 5 rounds with
I'm not gonna get
Deji.
tired.
That doesn't
I'm gonna be
count.
punching with the same power first if we make it to the 8th. So
He
cardio,
went 2
conditioning,
with
how we talking?
Nate,
Cardio
and
conditioning is
then
not gonna
1
be in
with
effect.
Ben Askren.
We train to throw power.
Who was the
every
other fight
fucking
he had?
round. Every opportunity we see to do damage, we're gonna do that.
Oh
And,
yeah,
It's
Gibb.
not
that
my
doesn't count
first
either.
big fight. It's not the jitters like, oh my God, It's a big fight. No, I've been in a lot of big fights. When was the last time I was not in a big fight? You know what I mean? So for me, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I need to do. Sorry about that. Go ahead, young man.
I was just wondering, like, what are you gonna do to fix your fatigue issues? You know, especially since you're gonna be coming in with
Well, I
more
didn't
weight.
take steroids like you did, so I mean, I guess run maybe.
You're
Cardio?
accusing me of something that we get drug tested for. Do you realize how dumb you sound?
You realize how dumb you sound like when I tell you where I live at, and it's documented. You can look up the stats and see. That still sounds dumb.
I don't speak that language.
So you agree with the assessment, though, if this fight goes longer, it actually benefits you and not him?
Yeah, I mean,
How many times have you went 25 minutes?
he has
Never.
fatigue issues.
How many times have you?
I don't think he's went 25 minutes total.
In a fight.
Dozens
In
and
a fight.
dozens of times in
In
the
a
gym.
fight.
Dozens of times.
Not with the guys that are shadow
In the
boxing,
gym.
so you can feel good.
With
Let you hit him
people
with a shot.
who
Oh, he
are
knocked him
better
out.
than you.
You grabbed a dude from Starbucks and threw a headgear on him.
People who
and
are
hit him.
better than
He
you.
fell down and you put it on video.
I love doing these face-to-faces because you can see.
How many times have you
can
done
see-
face-to-faces?
This is my 5th, so I love doing these.
You only had 3 fights, but you had 5 face-to-faces?
No, I've had
Oh, with
4
me.
fights, and this is my
You have
5th.
4 fights?
Yeah.
Deji doesn't
Oh,
really
shit.
Yeah,
count.
maybe go study that.
My
for me.
bad. my
Gib
bad.
really
Let me
doesn't
give you
count
a
either,
credit.
But I
but
love doing
One
these
more
Deji
because
definitely
it
doesn't
shows
count.
like how much he's underestimating me, and this fight just became that much more easy from a mental standpoint because it's like I know he didn't prepare the proper way.
Right.
If you think this is gonna be some easy shit,
I've had 30 street fights. Less known for regular fights.
Ferguson.
For
You got that
regular
in
fights.
Ferguson?
For regular fights.
Man, you hard as hell.
Why does he keep bringing up Ferguson, Missouri? Because that's like what he said, the murder capital of the world. I don't really know the truth to that, but I do know the murder capital of the world is in Missouri, which I thought was St. Louis. But isn't Ferguson like right outside of St. Louis? Let's see. Ferguson's right here. Right there. Where's... There's St. Louis. And how big is the state? Yeah, the state is huge. They're literally right next to each other. St. Louis, 1,000,000% murder capital of the world. Highest...
You're a gangster,
you're
bro.
dressed.
I've always wanted to meet a real gangster. What an honor.
This dude's hilarious.
Thank you.
You got West Side on your shirt. You at home? You at home?
I still want to hear freestyle.
Let me see you throw the West Side up.
I still want to hear a freestyle.
Let me see your shirt throw the West Side up.
Can we go freestyle?
You from the West Side of Cleveland?
We don't just want to with a
They don't
freestyle.
even like you in your own city.
We want to hear with a freestyle.
Dude, silly. I ain't a goofy. I feel like he's reducing me down to his level to even be fucking having these childish conversations. Let's play spades or some shit.
Well, I'm just wondering, in your opinion, you know, I mentioned this to you on Monday. One could say there's a lot of pressure on you, right?
None. I'm just training to fight. No pressure. The only pressure I have is the pressure to perform.
You're representing
Pressure
a
to do well.
sport.
I'm representing myself and my family and my coaches that put in blood, sweat, and tears. That's what I'm representing. I don't take on the extra pressure. He got the pressure
Why?
because he's fighting a fucking legend. He gonna see what it is on Sunday. He got the pressure, not me. He the one that thought it was cute to fight in his hometown. How many people asked you for tickets and all that, and long lost cousins and everybody hit them up? I'm relaxing. I told everybody from the beginning, I'm telling you no, so you know. I told everybody no. I made it clear. Distractions out, because I've been there. I've been the young fighter that did all the videos, did all the interviews, did all the shit that looked cool, had all the sponsors. I did all that shit, but I went out there and I fucking didn't perform the way I wanted to. So now, phones are here. Take my phone. The phone's getting grabbed today. I won't have them, and it's just lock in the zone out.
Is there more pressure on you? Hometown, legend, fourth pro fight?
No pressure.
No
I
pressure.
was built.
He's
for it.
Talked
so
a lot.
nervous.
You've picked the fight, right? Not
Yeah.
only with him, but with an entire sport.
Yeah,
With
I
the
love
president
this.
of the biggest organization. So there's a lot of people who are rooting for you to fail, right? In addition to people who are rooting for you to succeed, there's no doubt about that. You don't feel any of that pressure.
Nope, this is another sparring session. You know, if I would have felt that pressure, I would have felt it the last fight. I would have felt it in my first fight when there was 30,000 people in Manchester Arena, you know, screaming out, "Fuck Jake Paul." In my first fight, I had no idea what I was doing. If I didn't feel it then, what's there to feel now? And by the way,
Because you're on a way
when
bigger
I go
stage
up
fighting
against
a
guys in the
way
gym
better
who are
fighter that's
way
actually
tougher than
qualified
this,
at the sport.
whatever you'd call him, this legend, and beat them, that gives me the confidence. This is another sparring session. And by the way, when I spar in the gym, I have to go 8, 10 rounds, like my coach tells me. In this fight, it can be over in 1 round, and I can go home and go to the after party. I know I'm going to win, so why would I have pressure?
Why are you bringing the world famous tattoo artist, Tattoo Baby, to this fight?
Well, we made a bet, and I'm a man of my word, and when he loses, I'm sending her into his locker room to get the tattoo that says, "I love Jake Paul."
One, I'm not finna let nobody that this dude ever knew in his life touch me. Two, I'm not losing. So he brought the person that he trusts that's done artwork for him to give him a tattoo.
Will you go through
For
with
sure.
that?
No, like whatever he wants to think.
Will you go through with that?
With what?
Of course he'll go through with it.
If it doesn't-
He's a fucking troll.
It's not possible for me to lose.
He's a troll. Of course he's gonna go through with it. You know what I mean?
Some
This
things
is
in
a part
life
of-
just aren't
It's a part
possible.
of his life. Like he's a vlogger. This is what they do. Like what are you gonna just? It's a
Does it
story.
upset you
It's a
that you're
story.
saying all this and then
It don't
when you get
nothing
knocked
affects
out,
me,
all
dude. Check
this-
my heart rate. It's probably
all of
33,
this,
37.
all of this footage is going to be used against you to be like, oh,
Ain't nothing.
you
No weapon formed
underestimated the
against me
shit out
shall
of me.
prosper, my man. That's biblical. Go joke that.
Wow, Jesus, nice.
Can I ask you, as we're rounding third here, guys, and I appreciate the time, you've said you've watched a little bit of his fights. You know who he is, of course. I know you're an MMA fan. His last few fights, what do you see when you see Tyron Woodley out there?
See, someone who got his soul snatched and who is clawing to survive. And I see someone who, without me, would have been a broke 40-year-old rapper on a couch with his mama.
Make sure y'all
With
download Let's Go
no-
Big.
with-
OT Genesis Tyron Woodley.
with
going
no-
crazy. Video
with
out today.
nothing going on for him. Someone snatched his soul in one of his fights. He hasn't been able to get it back.
I was supposed to reply to that.
Well, you
What do
know,
you want me to just
Bro, you could just tell
retweet
the
me?
Tyron,
Okay,
he's
okay.
not
well, here's the thing.
phased.
This is just, I'm just being real.
It's two totally
It is a
different.
4-fight losing streak. And people have said you were stuck in neutral. And people have said, where's the Tyron who blasted Koscheck? Where's the Tyron who beat up Darren Till in Dallas? Where's the Tyron who did this and that? Is that Tyron going to show up?
All
on
those
Sunday?
Tyrants are dead. Those Tyrants that knocked out Robbie in record-breaking time. The Tyrant that stomped
You
Darren
actually
Till.
didn't knock out Robbie. It was a knockdown and then it was a TKO. You don't actually have knockout power,
When you go look back at him,
especially at 190.
single-legging the referee, you'll change
Especially
your
at
mind.
190.
So at the end of the day, let the grown people talk right
I'm
now.
just really wondering
So,
how that lactic buildup is going to be
what I'm
at
saying-
a bigger weight.
Let's do. Did you just get into lactic buildup? And this is your show, right? You really want to lactic buildup? All right. I'm gonna take some free radicals, motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna do, I guess. So anyway, the Tyron Woodley that beat Darren Till didn't get punched. Also, the Tyron Woodley that had these events and these fights that people was just like, what's going on? All those people are dead. I had to have a rebirth, and the passion and the love. Especially boxing is a sport I've always wanted to do. So me getting a chance to do that and train it and having solid people behind me and really having the focus to lock in, it's another animal that nobody's seen yet. And Sunday everybody's
How
gonna see
come
it.
Floyd disappeared after training with you?
Floyd has not disappeared, G. I don't tell everything like you do. All you do is you make your whole little thing a sizzle reel, your day to day. Like I do way more than I show on the internet. I just let people see what I want them to see.
That's super dope. How's that working out for you?
Great,
Getting 10,000 Instagram
Yeah.
likes
great,
before I signed to fight with you?
great.
That's dope.
That sounds great.
You're on fire.
Fire.
Whew.
Blazing.
Tyrone Woodley.
Tell your people to
On
download my
fire.
song. Since you're so helpful,
Well,
you helping out the MMA community. You helping out me. You paying me a payday.
Yeah.
Get on the camera, say everybody download. Let's go big.
I got you.
Tyron Woodley OT.
Everybody, go right now. Download Tyron's song if you want your ears to bleed.
There we go. At least give him the name of the shit.
Does it bother you? He's not pronouncing your name the right way.
Nah, I don't. Nobody does.
Well,
but I know he's trying to be
yeah,
silly.
I mean, if you wanted me to pronounce it the right way, you should have spelled it the right way.
Okay.
What?
You don't.
If he wanted me to pronounce it the right way, he should have spelled it the right way. How else do you spell Tyron? Because he's been calling him Tyrone, and that's wrong. And his name is Tyron, and it's spelled like Tyron.
You don't find that disrespectful?
No.
I remember when this was first kind of being bandied about, there was some talk boxing and then MMA, right? Do it once in boxing, once in MMA, like a 2-fight series. Would you ever consider that?
Nope.
Why?
I'm not an MMA fighter.
Are you a boxer?
100%.
All right.
And if things go well for you on Sundays,
When they go well for me, I would do it again in boxing. Like I don't even want to fight him in MMA. I'd rather do the boxing thing.
you'll
It's
do
fun.
a rematch.
Yeah, I will for sure.
But this is the beginning of your
I
boxing
don't know.
career.
I don't think he's gonna want a rematch. I think he's gonna feel punches coming angles he never felt before. I think he's gonna feel pain the next morning that is gonna make him reconsider all this bullshit. So I don't think he's gonna want the rematch. But he put it in there, so I'll honor it.
Did you put it in there?
Oh, me, I didn't. I think my team or lawyers did.
You gonna sit here and lie? You didn't put that in there?
How is that
Oh,
lying?
this dude lying. If my manager say, okay, I'm gonna add a rematch clause in your own shit. No, I'm the boss. Nobody fucking tell you what you're gonna add to the contract.
You being the boss hasn't really worked out for you, so maybe you should listen to your managers more.
Okay, my man.
I've made more in one fight than you have in your whole career. How does that
All
feel?
right, my man. I've
Does that
knocked more
bother you?
motherfuckers out.
Does that bother you, big bicep guy?
I've knocked more people out of my life
Does
than
that
your
bother
age.
you, big bicep guy?
How old is he? 24.
Does that bother you,
Stuttering.
big bicep
I've
guy?
knocked more
He's
people
stuttering.
unconscious than your age. How about that?
Wow.
And that's facts.
So tough and gangsta.
I don't have to be tough
Wow,
and
you're
gangster.
so tough. You got a gun. You
I
got a knife.
don't have to be tough
What are you
and
gonna
gangster.
do?
It's not funny.
I don't have to be
It's
tough and
not
gangster.
comical,
Well,
bro.
you try to be.
I got people to do that.
He's
for me.
trying so
They didn't do
hard.
anything yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Official prediction. You've been asked it, but now that you're sitting in
Why
front
we
of
always
him-
got to do the prediction?
Because
Of course, I'm gonna try to.
No,
knock
but
him
how?
out.
But how?
I'm
When?
gonna try to hurt him. I just think that he's just gonna get hit with some shit and be like, damn, fuck, oh shit. My coach didn't tell me that was gonna feel like that.
Are
He
you
lied to me.
expecting a longer fight?
No, I don't even care to be honest, Ariel. I'm prepared for an 8-round fight. I'm not gonna try to make it last and let it stretch out. If I see a chance to get it done, I'm gonna get it done. And I'm just patient, poised, and I feel like at the end of the day, I got the experience in putting people away. You know what I mean? Clipping people with shots and having the one hits, and that's cool. I've had those too. But I've had to actually find a way and set it up and create it. And somebody that didn't want to go away, somebody that's been knocked down and got back up, I had to find a way. You remember the Andre Galvao fight? And all that? I had to find a way to knock people out that was not trying to be knocked out. Koscheck had to do it twice. I hit him the first time, kind of clipped the back of the head, he fell down, boom, mental note, took a step back, half the distance, the cleanest shot we've ever seen. Whole face lit up. Nobody had ever knocked him out unconscious, right? Nobody. He had been TKO'd, but nobody put him to sleep. So yeah, I'm good at that. My IQ is very high. I see real well in there, and
Bigger gloves now, though.
shit, that's more ounces to his face.
Your official prediction.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. Like
Just
Every
give you a
s-
damn prediction, dog, so we can get out of here. Shit.
every
Extra
single
shit.
every single interview you've done. I mean, you just took like 3 minutes to give your prediction. That
Cuz.
wasn't even a prediction, which is my point here. Is every single interview that
Knock
you've
you
done,
out was a
you've
prediction.
never
Look
been
around.
solid around your answer to that
We
question.
changed it too. We all changed it.
No, I've
When I
already-
look at you now, I think first round.
two
The other
rounds
day,
max.
maybe I said third. I don't know.
2 rounds max.
2 rounds max.
Yep. 2 rounds max.
Good.
And the funny thing is that every single fight I've ever called and predicted, it's happened.
Every single dude, you got 3 fights. Can we please, everybody around her, y'all gonna sit here and act like we gonna really do this right now?
Well, if you're 4 for 4,
He done
you're
had
4
3
for 4.
fights, dude.
If you're 4 for 4, you're 4 for 4. That's all I'm saying.
Where's the
I'm
other
4 for
fourth
4.
fight at? He fought Ben, Nate.
Amateur. He had one amateur.
Oh,
fight.
okay, my bad. I ain't trying. Hey, you got 4 fights.
But what did I?
Amateur counts, dog. Hey, you
But
fought.
what did I tell you?
You geared up, you fought. That counted to me. You just didn't do professional. So 4 fights. That ain't enough to be sitting here like acting like you got all this wisdom in the fight game.
So what did I tell you in the locker room before
You
I
can't
fought
tell
Ben?
me shit, dog.
But what did I tell you?
I told you I don't play those fucking games.
And I said I'm
You
gonna
know what I
knock your
mean?
friend out in 1 round, and then I went and did it. So I'm sitting here saying
That ain't got
you-
nothing to do with
you-
me.
You're
Yeah.
going out in 2 rounds.
Just because you told
going
him and
out
did
in
that to
2
him don't
rounds.
mean nothing to me. I'm not a Ben Askren.
And you'll
I'm a
see.
whole
You're
different
gonna have
person.
that.
Yo,
oh
whoever's
shit
watching
moment.
right now, put your name in
You're gonna have
chat.
that oh shit moment. You're going up against a real motherfucker. You look mad cute right now.
It's not funny, bro.
Worth noting, with the predictions, we mentioned Barstool Sportsbook.
Why are you not laughing during this whole thing?
As
You
of right
really-
now,
you
he
really
is
professional.
he is the betting favorite.
Good.
And the line is growing more and
Some
more.
people, he about fighter pay, so he's getting some people some fucking money.
That-
Bet against his goofy
I think a lot of people are surprised by that. A lot of the fans who watch you that he is
I've
the
been
betting.
an underdog so many times on paper, and I'm oh my God, I'm fucking underdog. I go cry in the ball. Now I'm gonna lose because they say that he's the favorite. No, we gotta fight. We gotta go in there and fight. We gotta figure it out. We can say whatever we want to right now, but Sunday we gotta get in there and figure it out.
Final word?
Can I grip them cheeks after this?
Bro, it's not
so-
funny.
I can't even. You know what I want to say, but
Yeah.
I'm smart. I'm
Sus.
smart. Pause.
So I can't.
We'll leave it at that. Sunday night, the good news is
This child.
I might grip your cheeks in the clinch on Sunday night. Just
Bro.
watch out.
Showtime pay-per-view available worldwide. Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul. We'll find out. We'll find out the answers to the questions we've been asking each other all day long. Thank you for watching, guys. Best of luck to you, Tyron. Best of luck to you, Jake. Best of luck to you. Thank you for watching MVP Face to Face.
It's pretty entertaining. Jake is just kind of saying goofy stuff that doesn't really have nothing to do with it. But my prediction, I definitely got Tyron, but I don't think it's going any more than 4 rounds. So I think the farthest it'll go is 4, but I'm gonna say he'll knock him out at 3. He'll hit him with a body shot and then a nice little hook. So yeah, Tyron 3.